Well, the new year often comes with big promises we make to ourselves: eat better, do more, be happier, things like that. But for a lot of people, those New Year's resolutions can quickly turn into pressure, guilt, even disappointment. Back again is our Dr. Allison Chase to share why those resolutions can backfire and the toll it can really take on your mental health. Thanks again for being with us.
Sure.
So let's start with traditional New Year's resolutions. They often fail. How can that cycle of setting them and then they don't happen, setting them, don't happen, how does that affect our mental health?
Oh, it's every time we don't meet this ideal that we set for ourselves, it creates so much disappointment, and then shame can come from it, right? And then you spiral yourself down to like feel like you're not productive.
Yeah.
When in the first place, likely the resolution that you set wasn't even realistic at all.
Yeah,
it was like an ideal.
Then you tell people about it. They expect you to do it,
and when that is something that happens. You try to put it out there, right? We've got to love
Here's
like
what I'm
social
gonna do,
media.
right? Yeah.
Exactly. Only setting yourself up even more for potential disappointment. And there are those that I guess can do it, but that is a very small minority.
Okay.
Most of us in this world and population as human beings, we really can only do what we can do.
Right.
And that's the part that's so important about when you set these. I like to call them intentions as opposed to resolutions.
Yeah, that puts that word alone can put a lot of pressure on you.
Absolutely.
Or do you like me, don't set resolutions. You're good to go.
I mean, as I always say, you do you. Like,
right.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So what's the difference, I guess, between a resolution that creates, pressure like we were talking about versus a goal that actually supports emotional well-being,
Yeah, well, I think like I said, setting these intentions around how you're going to take care of yourself, right? How you're going to promote your health. And I want to really be careful when I'm talking about health. I'm not talking about the whole like new you have to change, your body, your shape, all of that. There's so much pressure out there about that, and that's not helpful at all. But it's more about like, how do we find more contentment? How do we find a little bit more joy and happiness, right? And again, let's be realistic. It can be small changes that can get us to that.
Right. And like we said, we were talking earlier on Saturday about the post-holiday blues, how that can affect your new year, your New Year's resolutions. You got to play that plays into it as well.
Oh, absolutely. All of that, right? To be able to come out with realistic intentions.
Yeah.
Realistic meaning taking those tiny steps, right? Of the things that you're going to do. You're going to, reach out to a friend. You're going to take on a new project. You're going to make a little shift in how you spend your weekends or time after work.
Yeah. And so for those who feel, I guess, pretty discouraged by those past failures, how can they reset their mindset and start small without giving up altogether at the same time thinking, oh, this is not enough, but it is. Like
Absolutely it is. Like, that's going to be the key, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be the key, is to start with small, realistic goals. Like, that's what actually really creates change, right? When we have these great accomplishments that come from those small goals, that's what creates this confidence in us, and we get to keep moving. So no goal is too small.
Okay.
No intention is too small. I say set whatever is realistic, and then keep kind of marching through.
Kind of like walk before you run, basically.
Absolutely.
And the running will come.
Absolutely.
Okay. And also, too, I guess, what are some realistic mental health friendly goals that folks can set that are more likely to stick around throughout the rest of the year?
Right. When it comes to mental health, it comes to using your support system. It comes to having awareness and recognizing when you need help and when you need to reach out to do that. I'm all about making healthful changes. Again, I want to be cautious about this. I'm not talking about shifting all of our eating and doing anything different with exercise, but just things that will promote like our own health and body. Maybe it's walking a little further, parking when you go to the store, park a little further, take a few additional steps, right? Yeah. It's thinking about how do we feed our body and mind in a really healthful way. And all of it, I know it sounds lofty. It's not. It's doable to take on those few additional things, the extra steps, adding a little bit more of sort of a healthful food to your diet.
Yeah, so adding it through the year, really. You've got 365 days.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that is what's going to keep moving forward.
All right, Dr. Chase, thank you so much
Thank
once
you.
again. Appreciate
Thanks.
it.